Hello, you lovely lot. Welcome back to my little channel, Sarah Selection. Welcome back if you've been here before. Welcome if you're here for the first time. Welcome, especially if you're a new subscriber. I've had a few new subscribers recently, and it's all rather lovely, to be honest. Such a nice community anyway, but I'm dead chuffed at all the sort of recent developments, and it's all very, very nice, isn't it? Let's be honest. I've done a little haul today from the wonderful Primark, as you, I'm sure, will know, obviously, and I got quite a few bargains. I did quite well. I went in really for pyjamas and maybe a couple of tops, bargain tops on a budget. I thought, I'm not paying 35 quid for a top. I want a top that's 15 quid or so, whatever. So I'll get to that in a sec. As you know, my channel wouldn't be my channel without saucy jokes. And I just love a saucy joke. I was thinking about this. I think as I'm getting older, not less prudish, I'm becoming. I don't think I was prudish, but I'm not less inhibited. What's the word? I don't know. I suppose my sense of humour's changed a bit, but I do like a naughty, saucy joke with a bit of a twist. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I've got this little cork of you from the gram. Gosh, I'm so cool, aren't I, saying the gram? Not. Anyway, it goes something like this. Two ladies go out for girls' night, for a night clubbing. Boom, boom, boom. You know, dance around the old handbags, all that jazz. Getting the Bacardi out and the Lamborghini, and just imagine, you know, you're on the dance floor, you've had a lot to drink. It could be water, you might be sober, I don't know, not sober, what's the word? Teetotal. Anyway, these two ladies on their way home suddenly needed a wee. Not a toilet in sight. So where do they go for a wee? They go to a cemetery of all places. Don't get me started. Anyway, they didn't have anything to wipe with. So they didn't want to drip everywhere, as no one does particularly. So one ended up using her pants and to wipe herself with and chuck them away, TMI, but, and then the other one was like looking around, she's like, oh gosh, and she grabbed a card, a note. It was not an actual card, but note paper off a nearby grave, which is like, I'm really sorry to have whoever the note was for. Anyway, all was fine. They got home, you know, no drips and all that jazz. But the next morning, one husband rang the other and said, I don't think any more clubbing for these girls because Clarice came back with no knickers on. Don't know what happened to them, really odd. And she seems okay, but no knickers. And then the other husband said, you think that's bad? Millie came back with a rose up her crack and a card that read, from all of us at the fire station, we'll never forget you. From all the lads, kiss, kiss, kiss. That's so stupid. I thought it was really funny at the time. I'm not sure if my delivery really does it justice, but the first time I read it on the gram and it had funny music playing in the background, and I thought, so funny. Imagine. Anyway, I spent the grand total of about 43.25, something like that. I know that because it was 44, and then I picked up some wet wipes, like face wipes, at the counter, and then one of my items was actually 2 quid less. So anyway, it worked out slightly differently to what I'd expected. So it was really random. 43.63, 43.33. If I find the receipt, I will, you know, confirm that with you. But anyway, I'm going to start from the beginning. A very good place to start, as Maria von Trapp once said. And the first item, I've got lots of reduced things. I've got some real bargains, I have to say. But the first item, I would love to fit in this, I'm not going to lie. But it's too small for me. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm a medium. I'm so not. But this item is for my mother. But actually it looks quite big. And I think it would really suit me. I think such a nice classic top suits the hair colour. So it's just a, you know, what do you call it? Like a polo neck. I think this kind of top suits everyone, but it was reduced from 11 down to 3. So rather nice little top. I was delighted with that find, I have to say. And the whole reason I went in, I'll show you next, was for pyjamas. And I had a budget in my head of about 12 quid. Last of the big spenders. I'm so tight when it comes to things like that, that things I don't need, but would like. That, you know, so essential things like pants and socks, I suppose you can go to town, shoes, but things like pyjamas, like just for sort of slobbering around in, and I'm probably going to spill something on them, probably bleach my hair and get bleach all over them. I don't want to spend too much like M&S prices. So these were reduced from 11 down to 6, and basically it's a sort of, and yes, they're an XL, okay, and I'm not going to lie and go, I'm not one of those people that goes, oh, I want to size up so I can be lost in them. I can have a massive, massive baggy top and be all comfy and cozy. No, this is my size, girl, at the moment. Anyway, so it's just a pair of nice bottoms to slob around in, and yes, they are large for larger size ladies such as myself, and they're so soft. And that's the top. And actually, I like this top just to sort of, I could, maybe not, it looks a bit like curtains on me now, actually, to be honest. But I thought that would be lovely just to relax on my house sit jobs, because I've got a lovely dressing gown, which I keep at my mother's house, but I don't really want to transport it everywhere. I can't be asked, and the thing that goes around the waist, I'll lose that somewhere, or the cats or dogs would chew it up, and I thought, nice PJs and cheap, so if I lose them it really doesn't matter. So the other pair of PJs that I got are in cream, so another PJ set. Isn't that lovely? And these are slightly more neat and tidy. Wouldn't that be a lovely gift? So American present. So again, at 11 quid down to 6 quid. That is an absolute bargain. Actually, you can just see there what they look like, and they are XL as well, of course, as it is my approximate size. And actually they might be slightly tight, I'm not gonna lie, because, oh, was that the receipt? No, that's a straw for my bubble tea. Then this is the first item I picked up as I walked in. I really wanted a nice neutral top. I sound like I'm jumping on the bandwagon of neutrals, but I've always liked neutrals. I've always liked beige and grey and greyish. In fact, my favourite colour is probably grey. And when it became trendy and everyone started jumping on the grey bandwagon, my heart broke, or a piece broke off my heart, because I thought, oh God, no one can, people can't leave things just for me. So weird. But I've never been into colours, bright colours on me. I like a nice oatmeal, a nice cream or grey, and this is perfect top. Show the hair colour. I'm actually changing the hair colour, but that's another story. And XL camel, and it was 13 quid. I thought that was a bargain as well, to be honest. But yeah, I hate it when you've liked something for years and it becomes a trend, and then people go off it, don't they? When the trend's over, people start laughing at that grey this, grey that, and I'm like, yes please, yes please. Like, people laugh about crushed velvet and grey sofas and grey rugs and grey walls, and I'm like, that's just me, that's just always been my thing. And it was, devastating when it became trendy and everyone liked it, and then even worse when people started slagging it off. How did I get onto that? I have no idea. Anyway, then I got a packet of knickknacks. There's me saying I spend, on good pants, I spend on good socks. Well, these say £3.50, and at the till they came up as 2 quid. It was my day of bargains, I tell you. Most things I have here are reduced or just really cheap, and as you know, Primark is very, very reasonably priced anyway, isn't it? Although, as others have said recently, it has definitely gone up in price recently. Well, I'm thinking more, COL year or two, but I remember the days. I remember back in the days when I were young, knee-high to a grasshopper. I remember when things were so cheap at Primark. You could get tops for £1.50. Like little vest tops would be about 75p sometimes, and then when they were reduced, they were like 25p. Am I imagining that? Did that really happen? I'm sure it did. I know things were cheaper back then anyway, but the price have gradually gone up. Still good. Then these socks, I'm not going to lie, I was looking for black socks, or grey, my favourite colour socks. And I thought, I don't want to spend today because I always lose my socks. And I came out with 2 pairs of crew socks, and these were 1 quid each. And I've thought recently, why don't socks fit me? And I realised, I think really that I was buying the wrong size. These size are 4 to 8. If you look there, 4 to 8. And I think I've been buying socks that were 2 to 6, like the yellow, no, the purpley blue sticker from Primark. And I thought my feet had got much bigger or something. And I've got to look at the right size. But honestly, if you are doubting socks and your ankle size, the size of your feet, I recommend the men's socks at Primark and Sainsbury's and Tesco and M&S. The men's socks are really, really, I was about to say sturdy. They're really tough on, you know, if you're stomping around, if you're playing sport, if you're doing the gym, and your socks go through a good workout day each day. That's what I mean. So men's socks are good. I don't know where I was going with that either, but whatever. I'm sure you get me, don't you? Now, I always say that I don't use wet wipes too much, or facial wipes, because I know they're not the best for your skin, they're drying and all that kind of jazz, but I really needed wet wipes. And they didn't have any, and I couldn't really be asked, to be honest with you, to go into another shop. And they always have these at the till, don't they? So I bought some Cooling Cucumber Facial Cleansing Wipes, enriched with cucumber extract, moisturizers, dermatologically tested, vegan, or you can't flush them. Not that I would flush them, don't worry, I'm only joking. £1.30, and you get 25 in each packet, and that's a bargain. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really gonna use these for the face. I'm going to use them for freshening up, for hands, for dog paws. At the moment, if you've noticed, it's been quite icy and snowing in some parts of the country, and I find all that bloody salt goes over one's car. When I've just washed my car, it'll then be all over, sprayed all over. I wasn't sure I was saying sprayed or splayed, both I suppose, all over the windscreen. And I found out that it's really bad for dogs' paws, like it can burn like the pads of their paws if they consistently go in it. So I wipe Daisy's paws with those. I do prefer the baby wipes that are fragrance free, but these would do at a push, I suppose. And I like cleaning my car. I like cleaning things. I don't like cleaning, but I like things to be clean. I do like wiping things. When I'm house sitting, if I can't be asked to, one of my secrets, if I can't be asked to hoover the whole floor or sweep the floor, I wear slippers inside so I don't bring any dirt in. But this is such a good trick. If you go around the edges of the kitchen floor with a wet wipe on the end of your foot or toe, you then pick up the wet wipes, going all the way around the edges, and it's just covered. Every surface area is, every part of the surface area is covered in dust and dirt and dander from pets. It's amazing. So that is my little tip for the day. But wet wipes for cleaning everything, doorknobs, handles. I do like cleaning handles and edges. I love cleaning surfaces, and it's just, it's a habit of mine. And then last but not least, you might say, you have one of these already, Sarah, don't you? Yes, I do. But I fancied another bag, a budget bag. And look, it's almost exactly like the one I have already. It's like, do you remember that one I got from the charity shop? It's, let me get this right. It's a pliage dupe. So pliage is like the expensive real version of this. It's a tote. You know, it's black, it's got the sort of leather detail. This is obviously plastic. And it's around, so it's by Longchamp, how you pronounce it. It's something like 120 quid. The one I got from the charity shop was about a £5, I think. This was a tenner from Primark. It's a really, really good dupe. And it's just sort of, you know, material inside. That's really articulate, Sarah. It's got a zip pocket. Oh, I should do what's in my bag when I get this all dirty and messy. I've used it for a while. That's a good idea. It's got another little pocket in there, and then I've kept that on. I don't know why. I'm one of those people, I don't know if you're the same, but if I go to a shop, and I'm obviously not shoplifting, I'm not a shoplifter, not judging anyone who has to do that kind of thing or finds themselves in that situation, but I don't know why, even though I'm the opposite to a shoplifter, I will go there and I will sort of walk around looking really suspicious, and the security guy will always catch my eye, and he's like, all right, come on mates, and they start following me around the shop. I don't know if it's because I'm large and I stick out like a sore thumb, the hair that's toned down, but where was I going with this? So I just always feel like I'm being watched, and then I feel paranoid that something's gone into my bag by accident, or someone's gonna put something into my pocket. Anyway, so on the way out, she said, you've got to have this to show that you've paid for it. So I just kept it on. I just walked around Kingston like that. I had it on my shoulder, actually. Just walked around Kingston. I've still got this on, just in case I want to take it back. I don't, I really like it. And then that little sticker. But I thought you can't go wrong for a tenner, because, you know, it's just a nice simple tote bag. It's minimalist. It fits a lot of stuff in, let me tell you. And I've come round with this a few times. I'm slightly conflicted. One minute I really like suitcases with wheels and a handle, but then I feel really on show and vulnerable, like I'm a tourist. Does that make sense? And so if I go away, I prefer to have tote bags and to look like I'm blending in, like I'm part of it, I'm part of scenery, nothing to see here. I think because I've had a few issues and challenges when traveling. When I was a lot younger, when I was naive, I probably stuck out like a sore thumb. I was from my phone going, "Hi Mum, I've arrived in India," all that kind of thing. And now I'm a bit more aloof and nonchalant and blend in. But I do feel that's partly from having, don't you dare crash into my car. I feel that's someone's reversing around a corner into a junction, nearly clipped my car. Mercedes drive, oh my God. Shit, thought it was a visitor then. Not are you? They're walking out to the house. I won't not look at them. It's two young boys walking towards. Oh no, they're going that way. Thank heavens for that. I didn't need to be sociable today. Terrible. The thing is about this street is that they're so nice. They all have keys for each other's houses, and they're these young boys. They're called something like Wilfred and Henry, something like that, and they are, what do you call it? Non-identical twins. They're real, like, you know, quite handsome young rugby players, and they're always losing their keys. And they come over, and I've got little pots with names of neighbours, and I was thinking, don't be another one of those. I can't be asked to talk to anyone. Aren't they horrible? I'm talking to you guys right now, but that's different. That's a pleasure. So where was I going with it? Anyway, so yes, I do like a simple tote bag to look a bit less, fit in a bit more. You know, not sticking out like a sore thumb, blending in a bit more, and not being on people's radar. And I find the more, you know, luggage you have when you travel, you are more on people's radar as like, you know, like predators with prey. I know, it sounds really dramatic. I don't know, read into that what you will, but that's how I feel. Anyway, the bloody sun's coming out now, and it's coming from the east. It could be the west, actually, but I thought that sounded good. Anyway, thank you very much for viewing my little video. I hope you're all well. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take care of yourselves and of each other. Oh my gosh, two cute poodles. Sorry. One's chocolatey and one's black, and they look this big. I feel like I'm some of those weird people. I feel like getting my shoes on, running out of the house, just, you know, hi, can I say hello to your dog? I'm one of those weird people. But I'm going to refrain, okay? I'm going to be really good and resist the urge. Anyway, thank you again. I've already said that about 3 times, I'm sure. Take care of yourselves and of each other. I can't say that enough, please. And make the most of every second. And I will see you soon. See you in the next video. Bye.